Hello. Welcome back to our, I don't know, are we calling it our YouTube channel, our Instagram? Who cares? It's the October Club, week
3.
three reviews.
Yeah.
And we had, well, I won't give anything away just yet. We'll get to it when we actually get to the movies, but we have quite a few this week.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of thoughts about them. So let's get into it. First movie, The Conjuring Last Rites.
Enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
Very like the same classic jump scares. There's like always, a jump scare is coming and it happens.
Yeah.
Quite long.
You know what? Yes.
It's
And
quite long.
also, I felt that parts of it, not a lot happened,
Yeah. Yeah, true.
which was a little annoying because I'm like, it's your last movie of this. Now, obviously, this is based on true stories. Um, yeah, based on true stories.
Loosey goosey.
Yeah. I would have liked had they gotten to the good stuff faster and more of it. But
It took a long time to get to the good
it
stuff.
did. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I was like, oh, there's like a full hour left of this movie, which I wasn't mad about.
Well, Drew, our silent partner here, had thoughts, and a couple of them. He was like, "How is this movie so long? Why is it so long?"
Yeah, this week there was so many long movies that
Yeah,
unnecessary.
but I
But
will say, The Conjuring. I mean, I'm a fan of those movies, right?
yeah,
I mean, the first one, I still have nightmares about the woman on
yeah,
top of the wardrobe. The
yeah,
terrifying.
yeah.
Um, Second one was good. Third one, was okay. Wasn't great. So, and this is the wrap up of it.
This one
No.
was good. It was better than the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then.
But anyway, I would recommend this for sure.
I'd recommend it because
Particularly if if you're a fan of the Conjuring movies anyway, watch it.
yeah,
It's just one of those kind of silly, enjoyable horrors.
yeah,
You know. So
yeah.
yeah, watch it. Go watch it, everyone.
Right.
Hey.
Okay, night 2, Hell House LLC #2.
Disappointing.
I thought it was the exact same as the first movie.
Basically is, but just not as good.
Exact. And just different people. I see why you have
Yeah.
to watch them all in a row now.
Yes. So, I would never, because some of these movies you absolutely could watch them in like separately from each other and not having seen the one before. This one, if you watch the second one, I don't think it would make any sense because you need to watch the first to understand what is going on in the second.
Yeah.
But the second just lacked all of the creepiness and the actual like watching the first one, there's scares in that.
Yeah, the first one was scary. The second one was just because the first one is low budget and the second one is low budget, but then they're trying, I don't know, like it
Trying too
was
hard.
a little cheapy, a little cheap
And
rather than low budget.
yeah,
You know, like
and trying to, which I find always happens anyway with sequels, is that they try to relive everything that made the first one really good, but they just don't do it successfully. And this is what happened with this one. I mean, I'll still watch the rest of them. I'm interested to see the next few.
And I want to see how the first one and all the middle ones, like the one that just come out or is coming out, whatever, how that is different. Because I'm sure it'll be a better budget. But now, because isn't the first one kind of like a cult movie now?
Yes, the whole series is it's not like one of those kind of cult status kind of things. It's
I'm glad.
Like a filmed movie. I don't know I don't know how would you describe it, but it's not a found footage camera kind of point of view thing. So
well, that's good. Is there, how many do we have left to get there? 3? 2 more?
25. I don't know. I actually think it might be 7 or something.
Ugh. Okay, well, I recommend it because I think we're invested. We need to watch all of them. You all need to watch all of them. So watch them.
Yes, do it.
I
But
also wrote
don't blame
people
us.
are idiots
Honestly,
in my notes.
people are idiots.
Don't go into the house. People have died there.
So in the movie where they show I think it's maybe the second guy that goes in, and
Yeah.
the back door opens on its own, and he goes in, and
Yeah.
spoiler alert, there's just the person hanging in the staircase or standing
Yes.
in the staircase. You just see the legs. Immediately turn around and leave.
See you later.
Like,
Yeah.
gone. Out of there. Actually, I wouldn't have even gone in with the door opening on its own. I
No,
would have
because
just,
also, why wasn't, I guess, yeah. I guess there's no guards around it because the house, the spiritual, and yeah.
yeah.
Well, there
Well,
was, but
they
there.
did say that the police position themselves to the front of the house, leaving the
Yeah.
entire backside of it unguarded.
Oh, actually, there was one thing on my notes. Can I just say, and I think this also is kind of in the like connected to the Conjuring. When you're running away from a ghost, closing a door. They're just, if I was a ghost, how come the ghost is like, oh, they closed the door, see you later. Run right through the door. I'm still here. I am a
Yes,
ghost.
actually, yes.
It's annoying that they don't get through the door.
And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Because I think in the first one, there's a couple of scenes where they're in a room and then it all of a sudden appears in there with them.
Yes, yeah. In the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
So,
lot of these movies, yeah.
anyway,
Yeah,
everyone, go look, go have
yeah.
watch the first one and then watch the second one. Because I'm curious to hear what people think after immediately having watched the first and then watching the second. Because I
Mhm.
rewatched the first before I watched
Yeah,
the second,
so
and
did
it's
I.
stark difference. Okay,
Um,
next movie.
this
Dashcam.
is the worst. This is what I have written. I'm going to read it word for word. Dashcam. Worst, most annoying movie of all time. She had zero growth. She was still an asshole in the end. I hated how it was filmed. I hated it so much. I hated it so much. The funny parts, they tried to do funny parts. Not funny, was just cringy. She was the main character in it was this punk, MAGA, wannabe, awful human. And spoiler alert, the ending is super annoying because she fucking survives. The end. That's what I have written. Sorry.
Well, you know what? You're not wrong. The lead character was a horrendous person. Like the
Yeah.
worst person you
It,
could ever imagine leading a movie. It just,
I don't know why they went so like, and it wasn't funny. I get it. I know what they were trying. It was not funny. It was just so irritating that I didn't care about any other part of the storyline because I just absolutely hated every single thing that went into that movie.
and that's unfortunate because the story
Yeah.
potentially could have been really good.
Yeah, and it was wasted on this shit movie. It put me into a bad mood.
Because
And then there was a scary scene in it that I got a fright from. Sorry for cutting you off. I'm very passionate about the hatred of this one.
you go
There
for
was
it.
there's a scary scene in it when someone rising up. Oh, I don't even care anymore. And I was like, that's wasted on this absolute horrific movie.
So I will say
Okay.
I liked the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get enough, which always annoys me, where you just don't get enough information. So what was actually going on? Like, what was this house that she ended up in that she was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
drop the woman to?
Yeah.
So what was that? What were all the people doing there? What was the end thing? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you just didn't get enough, and they didn't
No.
learn anything about it. So that was
No.
kind of annoying to me. But overall, the story was quite good. But yes, I think, unfortunately, everything was just overshadowed by how much of an asshole she was.
It felt like someone wrote that, someone had a good idea, and then they had these three little uh, gremlins that we're just going to fuck this up. And that's what they did. It was just so bad. I don't recommend it at all. I think it's horrible. I think it never should have been made. I hope it has zero stars on IMDb. If it has more than 0.5 stars, I'm writing to IMDb.
I think because I did go look on IMDb because I
Yeah.
was very curious about, um, and I've totally forgotten. This is by the same person that did, um, what's that movie that they did that was really good?
I
And
didn't
now it's
look it up.
totally
I
gone
should
out of
have.
my head. I'll remember it by the end. But a lot of people said the exact same thing. They were just they didn't like it because of the main character. They thought that they were a horrible, horrible person, and it just wasn't as good a movie as this person's previous movie. It wasn't. Yeah, didn't
Oh,
land as well.
us.
So yeah, but I think I might still recommend it to people because I would be curious what everyone else thinks.
That does. You know what? Actually, though, that
Putting
is really.
people through that.
I think people should watch it, see how far out and at what point they turn it off.
Yeah,
I want
absolutely.
to know what other movie that person did. Look it up there.
They did Host,
Oh, yeah, you had said that they did
which
Host.
was a great movie and scared the bejesus out of me.
You know what? I could actually see these people did Host.
And yet, Host actually good.
Yeah, that did scare me. I
No
remember
one
that.
in it was as annoying or thoroughly
No,
unlikable as a person. And yeah, yeah. So there you have it.
there. Yeah, watch it and see how far you get into it. And
Watch it
also,
and then complain at us on Instagram about how we recommended you to watch it.
yeah.
Great time. Okay, moving on from that one. Caveat by the
Hmm.
same person that did Oddity. What were your
Hmm.
thoughts?
Well, I fell asleep 2 to 3 times.
Say no more. There you have it, everyone.
But I did wake up and watch it, and then I have written down, "Are we on a bad path this week?"
Oh, and actually, while we're talking about bad path, I do want to make a correction. In our
Hmm.
last video, you
Yep.
asked me if Superhost was the worst movie that we've watched, and I said yes. This is the worst one. I forgot we had watched The House in Between, which, quite frankly,
Oh
even
yes.
worse. So
Yeah, yeah,
correction, Podrick. Just make sure you're posting
yeah.
correction below here. Superhost was not the worst movie we've watched yet. It was The House in Between, but Superhost coming a very close second. Anyway,
I think
minor.
Dashcam was the worst,
Wow. Okay.
and then House in Between. No, and
Whoa.
then I think I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Just, we've lost all sense of what is good and what is not good. Um,
Okay. This
back
movie,
to caveat.
yeah,
I didn't hate it. It was a
no,
slow, slow burn.
it was. I don't recommend watching it too late when you're super tired. Um,
Too many questions as well for me.
yeah, like I said, it depicts the lengths people would go to hide secrets. Was it about
Oh,
abuse?
Ruth. Wowie, going deep
Um,
here.
I had to write something. I fell asleep for 2 to 3 times.
Well, my question, I think the biggest question I had was, what was that guy thinking? Accepting, um, like, why would you? I just don't even understand what he thought was a good idea about going to watch this girl, and then while on the island and being
Yeah.
told he has to wear a full-on harness, change to a spot in the basement where he didn't try and renegotiate £200 an hour. What? I
Uh,
couldn't believe it, and plus the fact there was no food.
no. I think this movie was more so about Honestly, metaphors.
I I think you're right.
I don't know. Oddity was better than this. This was
Odyssey was
just
way better. Way
I
way more. Odyssey gave me anxiety because
yeah.
you there it was suspenseful,
Yeah.
and you knew there was a scare coming potentially, but you didn't know when, and it would just kind
Yeah.
of led you on a little bit, which kind of
I like
makes
that.
everything worse. Whereas
This
this
one
one,
didn't. It didn't
yeah,
have that. I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know if
except
I
for
recommend it.
the two
Yeah.
or 3 points in there. There's 3 points in the movie where it gave a little scare, and I was like, oh, don't like that.
I may have been asleep for one or two of those. But I did wake up to one um
So
scare.
yours is truly a spoiler-free review because you may have missed
A
a
lot
lot of
in it.
it.
Uh I wrote dead woman freaky though.
Yeah, she was freaky. And what
Yeah.
was her deal, really? Because
Yeah.
why the heck was there a, a harness and chain into the basement in the first place? Yes, and just again, some of the stuff that which I really hate when things get introduced in a movie, but then there's absolutely no explanation of
Hmm.
why it's like that. It's like the rabbit,
Yeah.
the hare, that with the
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah.
What? What was the point of that?
I
What?
because it's deep, Jenny. This was a very deep movie.
Oh, okay.
And I
Well,
think this I do think that this movie is for a lot of people.
I think so. I would recommend it. I would recommend
I
people watch it.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not a fun horror.
I definitely would not put it in the fun horror
No.
category. No, I wouldn't.
No.
If you like a slow burn, watch it.
Yeah.
I think,
Agreed.
yeah, where you don't get a lot of information, watch it. Perfect
Drink a
movie for you.
coffee. Drink a
Drink a
coffee while
coffee, have
watching.
a nap, step away for a few minutes because not a lot will happen, but
Yeah.
you won't miss much.
You will, or you will. You could miss those
Well, you
one of
could
those
miss,
three scenes.
yeah, you could miss the
Yeah.
very important moments and scares in the movie and then just like, oh God, that was grand. There was nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. And it's like, no, 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 you
That was
slept
good.
through the scares.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay then.
all right, well, moving on.
Moving on. Terrifier 2. I just wrote all I wrote on this my notes has 5 words and it says bedroom scene, that is all.
This, I, horrendous. I, I couldn't watch half of it because it was just disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Um,
But for some reason, it
I'll
gets
keep
away
watching.
with it. Like, I don't like
Well,
gore.
yeah, a little bit it does. I think it does.
Mhm. Yeah.
And quite frankly, I see people post and their kids are dressing up as Art the Clown and they just think
Yeah.
it's the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, are you letting your child watch this movie?
I wouldn't
And
say
I
so.
sneaking suspicion, I think some people do. And then that makes me think to your point, well, it's so gory, it's laughable, so it gets away with it
Yeah.
and makes it watchable for a very large proportion of
Hmm.
people, including
Yeah.
children, which is
Yeah.
very worrying to me. But I mean, I'll keep watching this series because I do want to see what happens. And I will
Yeah.
say, I'm sorry, there was one part of this movie that I literally turned to Drew and I said, absolutely not. Ridiculous. The part where she's in the water and the dagger starts lighting up and glowing, and then
Yeah.
she's just like, woo! Like, and I'm like, no, no, what is happening?
This one was more yeah, I like where his story is going.
Well, I hope it's actually going somewhere, quite
Well, I think it
honestly.
is. It always pops up on like horror
I know
groups and stuff.
everyone's obsessed with it.
It's another
Everyone is
cult
obsessed with it.
favorite. It's because it's so like it's not like Saw or Hostel where it's like serious gore. It's
Okay,
just
that is true. Yes. Yes.
it's not really aggressive. Well, it's very aggressive. It's not like very
Where he goes
serious
back
gore.
with the thing of salt just to rub it in
Yeah,
her
oh my
wound.
God. I
Oh my
hated
god.
that. I hated it all. This is how I watched it.
This is how I watched it. No. No.
And I have to say, I'm really scared of that clown. I think
Oh,
he's
he's
really
terrifying.
scary. I'm not a clown.
Absolutely
I
terrifying.
I am always like I am sometimes it'll be dark and I'll be like, could you imagine if he was right there? Like it's scary.
Why would you
And I
put that
just, yeah.
in my head? What?
I know now. Now I hope it's in your head too, because it's
It
terrifying.
is. It's in my head
Terrifying.
now. Um, Arch the Clown is absolutely terrifying. And I think it's because they don't say a thing. They don't say a thing. And they do
No,
everything with just a crazy smile on their face. And that just
and that's
is
terrifying.
terrifying. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
And okay,
Um,
so do you know what's interesting about this? So did you start the Ed Gein TV show?
no.
Okay, I started it, and because a lot of the time people say, "Oh, you're into horror movies. How do you watch them?" I couldn't watch that type of thing, the usual
Yeah.
shite. And then other times people will always be like, "You like horror, you should watch this. You're gonna like this, and
Yeah.
whatever." And
Yeah.
what? So I started the Ed Gein thing because I like what's his face?
Yeah.
Uh,
The guy who plays him. Yeah.
no, not him. No, the
Oh.
guy who did the show, and he also did the Dahmer one, and isn't he the guy Ryan Murphy? That's his name.
Oh. Right. 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 Yes.
Um, and anyway, sorry. The I turned that show off because it's just like a lot of people really like it, and you should start it, and you'll I feel like you'll feel the same as me. Like I like the Terrifier. You know he's creepy. You know he's going to murder some people. He has that weird smile on his face. He's a terrifying guy. He's the killer in the movie. This Ed Gein show, like, it actually happened. He murdered people, wore their skin. He was really into the Holocaust. Like, it's just not like I didn't enjoy watching it. I was like, this isn't horror. You're glorifying a real
I've heard
killer.
people say this. I have heard people say this
Yeah.
about that show.
And I always say to people, no, that's the difference. Like true, I'm not really as much into true crime as I used to be. I'm more into the absolutely terrible horror movies that we watch, and like the super gory Terrifier. And there is such a difference. Terrifier is way more gorier and absolutely outrageous than the Ed Gein show, but it's just a little bit more innocent, which sounds crazy.
Art the Clown.
He'd be
Headline:
so
Art the
offended.
Clown, innocent man.
He'd be so offended. But it is, do you know what I mean? Like,
I do understand what you're saying, absolutely.
yeah,
Um, and I started watching the Dahmer one, and
yeah,
because I like the guy whose name I've forgotten who actually plays Dahmer in
yeah.
it.
He's a very good actor.
I
Very
love
good.
him
He
as
always
an
gets the
actor.
worst roles,
Yeah.
but the
But I
best.
could not finish that show. I didn't
Yeah.
finish it.
Okay, then you
Um,
won't like this one.
yeah, and now when it comes to like true crime, I much prefer a show like Mindhunter, which was
Yes.
fantastic.
I
And
really
if
liked Frank
the
Hunter.
people
Yes.
from Mindhunter are listening, make another season. It was so good. But because that was
I
on
think they
like
are.
the other side of the table,
Yeah.
so it's on the FBI side and the psychological side and all that, rather than glorifying
Murder.
the murder side of it. Which is funny, yes, that we're saying this and we watch all of these horror movies about people murdering
I know, but it
hundreds of
just
people.
it's just like watching a movie like Terrifier. Like I did, like it's disgusting, it's ridiculous, but the Ed Gein thing, it's just I turned that off. I just wasn't. It made me feel so uncomfortable, and just especially in a time like now with like World War II stuff and all the stuff that was, I don't know, it's just not cool.
Not
Terrifier though,
cool,
very cool.
guys.
I'm not going into that
So
haunted house. Mm-mm.
the Terrifier haunted house.
Yeah.
Drew and I were so upset that it was this year at Halloween Horror Nights
No.
because we're going to go next year for Halloween Horror Nights. And they don't do the same thing 2 years in a row, so we're not going
Oh,
to get it. So it's kind of annoying.
yeah.
But I would absolutely do it, and I would scream my entire way through that house.
Yeah, no, I would have to do it. We should do it. We should do it together some year.
Yeah, we
horror.
need to. And we need to go to the one in Vegas because that is supposed to be really, really good.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's got 5 houses, it's got bars, all sorts of stuff. It's supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah. Now, and
And
see,
it's
would you
not
make
that expensive. The one in
no
Vegas, it's like less than $100.
swipe up for 10% off to go to Vegas?
We're
Hey,
partnering with.
and would you make a haunted house with like real life serial killer chasing you around? Like,
Absolutely
no,
not.
that's super weird.
Absolutely. I
No,
wonder if,
that's
yeah, no, I wouldn't. Can you
I
imagine
trailed.
that?
Yeah, it's just odd. I'm sure they're anyway. I
The
trailed
Ed
off.
Gain house? Ugh,
Ugh. Anyway, I
not
trailed
good.
off, but that was my very deep thoughts on Terrifier 2 versus True
I
Crime.
enjoyed that. I
Yeah.
enjoyed your thinking on Terrifier 2. Now, like we said, we will still watch the next 2.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But in good conscience, I don't think I would say absolutely recommend this. I don't think I can recommend it to people. I think I would say you watch it at your own discretion. Like with anything we say,
Yeah.
watch it at your own discretion. But
Yes.
I cannot recommend this.
I had some people say that even though they don't like gore, they still watched the first Terrifier and this one because it was just absolutely outrageous. So I even think if you're not into gore, like we're not really that into gore, it still is. This is a fun horror movie. Don't eat while watching it.
Definitely don't eat while watching this movie. Absolutely not. Uh,
No.
just,
Um,
yeah, no, no. Stomach churning, quite frankly.
we
Next
recommend.
movie.
Well, we
Oh,
did kind
sorry.
of recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we
Go.
did. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Next movie. Okay. Go ahead. Next movie.
Okay, so the next movie was It Feeds, which didn't hate it.
Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminds me of like a new aged. I want to say Charmed, but you know that kind of genre.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Like it reminded me that it could have been an episode of Charmed or maybe Supernatural or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's what that whole movie was to me. Was one long episode of a show like that.
yes. Now this was the movie where Drew couldn't believe it was so long.
Okay, yes. This also, yeah, well, yeah.
Thought it was
It was quite long.
hours upon hours.
Yeah.
May have lost track of time during it. Um, and I enjoy the movies. I enjoy movies like this where people have a special ability, and
Yeah.
but I wanted to know how she actually had that. Like,
Yeah.
how did she
I
end up
don't.
with the ability to like go into someone's mind? And my biggest question is why in other people's minds was she wearing the most crazy outfits?
Yeah, okay. And it was always a different outfit. But then when she went back into her daughter's mind, it was the same outfit. So it was the same
Yeah,
outfit for each person, but a different outfit.
but the very first scene, she is wearing a ball gown
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah. I
Why?
forgot that.
Why is she
Why?
in someone else's mind wearing a ball gown? That honestly, if you're in someone else's mind and there's shit going on in their head, that is going to get in the way. That ball gown, there's too much fabric. It's
And
going to get
actually
caught and stuff.
I did have a laugh when she went into the actual demon's head and was a rocker.
Yeah, yes, yes. Her hair and
Yeah.
the makeup and it just, I didn't understand why that was a thing. Like why, I'm pretty sure because so she's in someone else's head, and is it
Yeah.
that that's how they see her? But then it's a demon, and I'm pretty sure a demon doesn't give two hoots about what the heck you're wearing. Um,
The demon.
so
I also did think it was kind of funny that she was dressed like someone who was very into like horror, someone who was very into heavy metal music, and
yeah,
that has always through time people have been like, oh, they're into satanic rituals, and so this
yeah,
just was just weird. I don't know.
almost very goth Viking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just so
So
cheesy, but that's also why it reminded me of an episode of Charmed or Supernatural or Buffy
yeah,
the Vampire
but
Slayer. So
but I mean, big fan of Supernatural over here. Absolutely love it. But yeah, totally get where you're coming from.
yeah,
But it was an enjoyable movie. I did not mind this movie one bit.
no, I would recommend it.
Yeah, I do recommend it.
I don't
I
think I'd
think
pay for it.
I definitely, and I bought this movie, so I paid like $16 for this, and I'm not sure I would do it again. Like,
No.
if I knew what the movie was, I wouldn't pay $16 for it. I'm like, I would buy it on sale if it was
Or
less than $5.
yeah. Yeah, I don't yeah, like a 1.99 or 2.99 at most.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So go watch It Feeds. Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that. Do you know that one that we watched a couple of years ago about the high school kids?
No. That's so many.
I
That is
think
so
it's
many
called.
movies.
I know. Talk about the worst description. The horror movie about the high school kids. Really narrowing it down there for us. I'll figure it out and I'll tell us on the next review session what the movie was.
Which
But
you were supposed to say, there was something that we had on our last video that you were supposed to say about a movie. Oh, now I've forgotten when I was meant to ask you if we figured out the name.
oh, the
Oh,
name
it
of the
was
movie.
the Tooth Fairy one.
Yeah, didn't look it up. I will for
I
the
didn't
next one.
either. I didn't either because I thought you would.
So I have two things on my list now for the next review session. Okay,
Yeah.
so the last movie that we reviewed this week was Witchboard.
Which board?
Witchboard or Witchboard? People are crazy. Why?
Yes.
Once again, if you're out in the woods picking mushrooms, apparently, and you hear something, do you think, yeah, I'm going to go investigate that? What is wrong with people?
They can make good movies without people being idiots. We've also
Yes,
established.
yes.
Um, I think the less you think about this movie, it could be fun. That's a sentence I wrote down.
Oh,
I
yeah,
need to think
absolutely.
about think about this. Don't even think about this movie, and you might have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that goes for a lot of movies that we watch.
I know. I know. This one specifically, I also wrote it was a movie made for TV, which kind of like stems off our last
Oh, yeah,
movie. It
yeah.
feeds. Um,
Actually, this could also have been an episode of Charmed or Supernatural.
yes, yes, it could, yeah, it could have. Um, I'm trying to read my own writing here.
My one other point about this movie was the music was so odd.
Yes.
Drew and I kept talking about how it was music more suited to an epic movie like Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings.
And
I
this was
couldn't
not
get
that.
over it.
No,
This
I
is
know.
not Lord of the Rings.
It was not epic.
No.
This also, after an hour, I felt like I'd been watching it for about 17
This
hours, and
was
I was
yeah,
surprised about how
yeah,
much was left in it.
yeah.
Which they were setting up a sequel, which I think is just, oh, it should have been just a TV show then. They should have made it shorter in a TV show. And yeah, like too much character development also.
Yes, and still, I would say just watch it. It wasn't. It's another one of those silly, fun horror movies that
Yeah,
if you've got a couple of hours spare in your day and you're like, man, I don't know what to watch, and you don't want anything too serious, and you don't want to think about the movie you're watching,
yeah.
give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. Why not?
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not quite as bad of a week, but some major duds
No,
here.
I read my what I actually wrote. It don't think about it too much. It could be fun. Unlike Dashcam, which should burn in hell.
Hopefully the person who made Dashcam, because by the way, sir, we loved Host. Host was great. We did
Yeah,
not enjoy Dashcam, so please don't send us any sort of cease and desist.